Hey, Matt.
Hey, Jen.
What are you listening to this week? Welcome to Season 6 of What Are You Listening to This Week? The weekly podcast created to foster community through music by sharing the stories behind the songs that soundtrack our lives. Some of the songs are old, some new, all good. I'm Jenn Tully, and this week I'm joined by friend and producer of the show, Matt Sidhom. As you know, Matt is the co-host and co-creator of the Super Awesome Mix podcast and co-founder of the Super Awesome Mix podcasting network. And this week, he's back to chat with me about songs that we can't escape because they are everywhere in the new year. For this episode, Matt and I are going to chat about 4 songs that are hot right now. 2 are his picks and 2 are mine. Which songs do you think we're going to discuss? Tune into our conversation to find out. And in case our song picks are new to you, we'll publish a playlist with the episode so you don't miss a beat. With that, let's get started. Matt, what are you listening to this week? Welcome back, 2025, season 6. I mean, lots to get into here.
I'm honored. Always fun to start the season. You know, it's kind of a tradition for Samurai to come on to start the season. So this is always fun, and it's great because now I kind of anticipate it, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to save that for what are you listening to. Every now and then I come across a song, I'm like, I got to talk to Jen about that song. So it's great when we're talking about music that's hot right now. Because I got a couple songs, and if you listen to the main show, these are probably not songs that I would normally put on the mix. So this is also kind of fun for me as well. So my first pick is a song called Tweaker. And if you're on Apple Music, it's listed as by the Ball Brothers. And if you're on Spotify, it's listed as being by Gelo, Gelo. Okay. So I'll start off by asking you, Jen, are you familiar with the story of the Ball Brothers?
No, I wasn't at all. And I'm so interested to get into this song because I have many big feelings about it.
Okay, so I got to give you a little bit of background here, okay? There were 3 brothers. There are 3 brothers. They're from Southern California. Their names are Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo.
Okay.
They all had amazing high school basketball careers, and it was all bolstered by their father, LeVar Ball, okay, who became kind of a media sensation.
Oh, no.
Yes,
I know. Kenan Thompson does him on Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kenan Thompson was making fun of him on Saturday Night Live, right?
Got it.
Because he's just this insane sort of carnival barker-like figure. Talked about how great his sons are, how great they're going to be. They're going to change the world, all this other stuff, right? And so like, hey, he's crazy, right? Well, here's the thing. Oldest son, Lonzo, selected second in the 2017 NBA draft by the Lakers. He currently plays for the Bulls. He's made over $100 million in his NBA career so far, and he's still got years ahead of him, right? LaMelo is the youngest brother. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft by the Charlotte Hornets. He still plays for them, and this season started his 5-year, $200 million contract for them because he's also like the leading all-star vote getter. He's extremely popular, okay? Mm-hmm. So that leaves us with middle brother LiAngelo, okay? Now, LiAngelo has signed a couple of what are called 10-day contracts in the NBA where you're literally signed to the team for 10 days. Like somebody's hurt, you're just filling a roster spot. He has literally never played an NBA game. Okay. He's played in the G League, which is kind of the semi-pro NBA league out there. And currently he plays for a professional team in Mexico. Okay.
Okay. So
middle brother LiAngelo, okay, kind of the forgotten son. But this year he decided, I'm going to record a rap song and put it out.
Okay.
And we get Tweaker. And it goes viral. Like, I think they showed, it was either the Minnesota Vikings or Detroit Lions, like celebrating in the locker room. And they're just like playing this song and they're all dancing. Like there's all this stuff on social media with this song. Like it's everywhere to where now, in addition to his professional basketball contract in Mexico, he's been signed to Def Jam Records and he's now like a legit recording artist. Now, this is not a song amidst all the Bruce Springsteen that I'm listening to and the country artists that Sam can't stand. Not something that's in the regular rotation, but I've listened to this a few times now, and I'm like, I can kind of get into this. And so it's funny that, okay, Lonzo, LaMelo, they're famous in their own right. They're popular amongst their fan bases. But now, like, here comes LiAngelo, and he's actually kind of become more famous than either of his basketball playing brothers with the release of this song. So good song, but more than anything, I love the story behind it.
Amazing story. And like so many takeaways. First of which is I need to talk to my dad. He's not working hard enough for me.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that's the other part. LeVar Ball, as insane as he is, it's like, man, he's kind of 3 for 3. Like, these kids kind of nailed it, right?
Well, and I noticed too in the lyrics, like they shout out the dad. And I'm like, that was something that I noticed. And when I'm listening to the song, and now I'm like, oh, now it all makes sense. So yeah, I'm having words with my dad later about how he needs to get on the case really fast here. There's still time, Dad.
Why is he hyping up this podcast more,
I mean, come on. The other thing that's interesting is like now knowing who they are and they're from Southern California, the very first note that I made when I listened to this song is that it totally reminds me of early 2000s hip hop, like Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy, or 50 Cent, Into Club. Like it's totally that sound to me. And so when I heard it, I was like, yes, this reminds me of like fun party hip hop. Like and that's was like the main thing that I loved about it. And so like now understanding the story, like full circle.
No, totally agree. It's not this like mumble rap. It's not just a beat. Like it's pretty lyric heavy. And like he pulls it off. It all sounds really good. It sounds like you said, it's got kind of a throwback feel to it, but it's still pretty original. Yeah. Right? Like his voice is pretty different. And I mean, I was just kind of blown away that it's like, oh my gosh, the middle Ball brother is now this like viral sensation.
Yes, I love it. Well, and I wrote too, like, I hope he got paid by the word because he fits a lot of them into this song. Like for a 3-minute song, I think he says like 1,000 words.
No, totally. But no, it's great. I had to bring it to the show, and I feel like, you probably wouldn't know the full story, but you would probably love that story,
Love. Well, tell me about your second pick, speaking of things that I also love.
Okay, so this one, I mean, it's everywhere. It's a song called APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Rose, I had not heard of. She is a New Zealand and South Korean singer. And Bruno Mars is Bruno Mars.
Yes. And everything he touches is gold.
It's gold. It's gold. So this is such a fun song. My kids love this song. So like we're hearing it on the radio a lot and playing it in the car. And, and then you it's hard. It's so infectious. It's such an earworm. You can't not get into it. It's got a dusting, and this is why I love bringing this to you, Jen. It's got a dusting of Tony Basil's Mickey. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Got a little bit of that, so I'm sure a lawsuit's coming if she's not getting any royalties currently. But here's the fun part. It is based off a South Korean drinking game where the Korean word for apartment is repeated. Like the drinking game's name is apartment. So you get the APT there. Rose is playing it with her crew, like in the recording studio. And they're like, oh, this should be part of a song, right? So they start playing around with that. And then I guess Bruno Mars was just in the hallway. I don't know how he gets involved, but they kind of pull him in and then off we go. We got this huge hit. So yeah, I don't know what Rose's career looks like in the future, like how big she may become. But I feel like this song is here to stay. I feel like it's something we are going to hear for years and decades in all sorts of movies and whatever. Like it's just that kind of song. It's got that lasting power.
Love it. And she was a member of Blackpink. So she was in...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in the group Blackpink before she kind of broke out to do this solo endeavor. But it's funny that you say, like, I do love at the beginning, they say something like start game or, like you can tell that they're playing a game. But now that I know it's like a party game, that's what the song feels like. It feels like you're at a party with your friends and you're having a good time. And like, I love it. I love what they do with the pata. Like they never really say apartment or... No. even APT, like they kind of say, like there's this funny like wordplay with it. And then I love the part when Bruno Mars comes in and he says, I'm talking drink, dance, smoke, freak, party all night. And I'm like, okay, that sounds awesome to me. Like, yeah, let's do all of it. Like, I'm in, Bruno Mars. Like, it's such a fun song. I love it. And now too, like it's viral. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a viral video going around on TikTok of Shiloh Jolie Pitt doing like choreography to it, and she's good. She's really good.
I haven't seen that. Okay, yeah. I'll check that out. Nice.
Check that out. It's like 30 seconds of her doing choreography to this, but she's really good. And so that's also like causing it to go viral, I think. But yeah, super fun song. I hope it's around forever. Like I said, anything Bruno Mars touches, like anytime he collabs, I'm in love. I love all of his iterations, whether it's him solo or Silk Sonic or whatever. Like, I just think he's so fun, so genius. He's like, whatever, 5 foot nothing of energy
very small,
and amazing.
Very small, yes. Well, that's why it was so appropriate on the Grammys a couple years ago when he did that tribute to Prince. Yeah. And was just like shredding, because I'm like, God, these are two really short guys who are just amazing musicians.
Right. You slap some heels on Bruno Mars and like we're off to the races. Like that, at least it worked for Prince.
It did. Yeah. Worked for Prince. All right, Jen. Well, I mean, you said at the beginning, we're talking about songs that are hot right now, but then you sent me your list and I'm like, I feel like I know these songs, but so you're going to have to fill in the gap here for me. So what are you listening to?
That is right.
What are you listening to?
This one's for all the ladies out there that are going to be on my team about this one. My first pick is, yes, a very old song, but if you know, you know, it is super hot right now, and it is super hot for one very amazing reason. My first pick is Father Figure by George Michael. And for those of you that have seen the movie Baby Girl, I really don't need to say anything else.
Okay. Well, that's what I missed. I have not seen that movie.
It's not for you.
Okay.
Don't take a seat in the theater, okay? Don't even buy a ticket. Like, send your wife, and then you enjoy the benefits you receive when she returns home.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
It is this movie. I am telling you, ladies, if you've not bought a ticket, run right out. It is, and be ready. Like, we're talking like a hard R here. This is not family friendly. This is not, maybe go to a theater that's not in your neighborhood so people don't know you were there. But you definitely want to go see this film. That's what I will say about Baby Girl.
That is a very intriguing pitch right there. Like, I'm kind of like, all right, what's going on with this? I haven't heard anything about it. Okay. But obviously this song is featured.
This song is featured.
I love this. Even without the context of this movie, Jen, I was happy to just hear this song again because I love this song.
It is. It's a great song, and this is one of those stories that I love to tell on this show about a song that has been with you your whole life. This song came out, like I said, in 1987. I was in junior high. Like, I've known this song since I was a kid, and this movie gives it a completely new life and new direction. You definitely feel it in a different way. After Baby Girl. But if you don't believe me, or if my endorsement is not strong enough, I have to share some stats from Spotify about this song. So Baby Girl came out end of last year. It was a small movie. It's A24, which is a smaller studio. Yeah. Nicole Kidman was nominated for a Golden Globe for her role. So it's not, I think that they did a great job in marketing it because they're skewing more to selling it like kind of the erotic thrillers of the 90s, like a Basic Instinct or a Fatal Attraction or a 9.5 Weeks, or like they're selling it more like that than like a 50 Shades of Grey. And that's so smart because 50 Shades of Grey was so cringy. Like, I just couldn't even, it was so embarrassing to watch that I couldn't. Like, I just had to like look away. And I know.
Yeah, I heard it was awful.
It was awful. This really takes a completely different approach. It is Nicole Kidman, like, God bless her, because she puts herself out there in a way that I have not seen actresses do maybe since, Sharon Stone or Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Like, she goes there, and she goes there as like a fully embodied adult woman. But again, back to sort of the effect that this film has had on this song. According to Spotify, streams of this song have increased by 300% since the release of Baby Girl. Since December, searches for this song have increased over 1,500%. 1,500%. And there are already, like I said, the movie came out, I think, beginning of December. There are over 130,000 Baby Girl themed playlists on Spotify that feature this song. I mean,
Baby Girl themed playlists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a Sky Faria song in there called Leash that's also getting a lot of publicity from the film. It does have a great soundtrack, but it's I believe written and directed by a woman. So it really is like, it's kind of that story that we've seen before, but it's from a female perspective, I would say. And Nicole Kidman's a CEO of a company, and she ends up getting involved with a young intern played by the very magical Harris Dickinson, who is an actor that people kind of know. Like, he was just in Iron Claw. He was one of the Von Erich brothers.
Okay.
He was in another little movie called Triangle of Sadness. So he's kind of like, I think he's in the new Beatles movie that's coming out.
Okay.
So I mean, he's definitely going to explode after this. But
sure.
There's a very lovely long scene, almost to this entire song, that features him and Nicole Kidman, but primarily him. And so I don't think it's going anywhere. I think Father Figure just got a whole new life, and George Michael is shining down from the heavens that this whole thing is going on right now. So I could not feature an episode of What Is Hot Now, literally and figuratively, without bringing this song. And as you mentioned, it's just a great song. Like, getting to go back and revisit this song. It's so, like, the lyrics are great. There's a part where it kind of like breaks down in the middle and slows down. And he says, so when you remember those who have lied, said that they cared, and then laughed as you cried, beautiful darling, don't think of me, because all I ever wanted, it's in your eyes. I'm like, okay, there you win. Like, that's beautiful. Like, it's just such a lovely, sweet song.
Well, and he's got such an amazing voice, which I think is just kind of underrated nowadays. And it's funny because, around the holidays, you hear a lot of "Do They Know It's Christmas?" And as ridiculous as a song that is, as that is, we whenever it comes on, I will listen just for the part where George Michael comes in, because amidst all those great voices, his does stand out as like, oh man, he's got some pipes. Like, it's really impressive,
really soulful, and like just the longing in this song too. I feel like you really hear it. So yes, if it's been a minute since you've watched or since you've listened to Father Figure, go back and revisit it. It is a great song. And if you've seen Baby Girl, enjoy the memories that it brings.
Wow, you've definitely got me interested in seeing Baby Girl.
I said it's not for you.
Not for me, though.
Do not take up a seat in the theater. I don't need to
go see it. Okay. I'll pass up that. I'm going to donate a seat. How about that? I'll start a charity program.
Yes.
There we go.
Do that. Yes.
All right. Let's round this out and this is an appropriate way to round out because I don't know. This is a song. I think I know why it's on here. It is Forever Young.
Yes, you are right. My last pick today is Forever Young by David Guetta, Alphaville, and Ava Max. And this is almost like, my APT. Like, this song we just got back from the UK, and it was all over the place there. I feel like it's all over the radio here. And so I think, again, and it was funny to me that when I was thinking about songs that are hot right now, both picks are, old songs that are really having a second life. Now, this version of of Forever Young is different than the original Alphaville song, which came out in 1984, but it features Alphaville. It features, obviously, you know, the chorus from that song. And so I just loved that, like, right now, these songs that were so old or came out in the 80s are having this really big, like, moment of resurgence. Has this song been everywhere for you as well? Or were
Yeah,
you?
I saw it come on the radio, and like, you know, because, and at first I was a little thrown off because a few years ago Jay-Z had his version of
Mhm.
Forever Young with, I think it was Mr. Hudson was the one who was doing the vocals on that. But again, it kind of got some new life there. So when I first saw just Forever Young, that's kind of what I expected to hear. And then I'm like, oh wait, this is kind of another new version, another remix. And so, I mean, I'm just happy for the guys with Alphaville that they're
Right.
just, I mean, this song's from 1984, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a 40-plus-year-old song, and it's like they're still getting those checks, right? Like, let's keep this going. I mean, that's the way you do it with kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, and like props to them because they have turned it into so many different things. And I think you really do have kind of like a dream team collab. You know, whenever you get a DJ like David Guetta that's going to, like, you know, remix or produce something that you know is going to be fun to dance to, that you know is going to sound great, that you know is going to be fun. I think that kind of, it takes this song that feels a little like, in its original incarnation, feels a little bit droney, almost a little bit dreary. And now with the addition of David Guetta and Ava Max, it really is just like a fun party song. So you get to express this sentiment of like wanting to be forever young, or how we all chase that, or how it's, you know, so fleeting, and turning it into a party song instead of sort of this like kind of like a dirge a little bit, you know, in its original version.
Yeah.
So I like that they made it fun. It's like the fun, happy party version of this song.
No, totally agree. And I think it would be interesting if David Guetta just took a whole slew of 80s songs and kind of updated them in this way. You know, I think that would be kind of awesome and probably pretty entertaining.
I would love
And
that.
bring in a friend or two like Ava Max from time to time to just kind of revive the lyrics. But no, I mean, it again. I kind of like the original version of this song, and I liked what Jay-Z did with it. I enjoy this, and you're right. I'm just kind of hearing it everywhere, but at first I was a little confused. I was like, which version am I listening to here?
Yeah, I know. Well, and the funny thing too is that, you know, we're talking about songs that are hot right now. And not only did my two songs feature really old songs at their core, but this song came out around the same time as APT. I think they were both October of last year. And so it's funny that it kind of gives you that sense that it sometimes takes, you know, a couple months for something to get really sticky. Like, I think we think about like overnight sensations or something happening virally like in one day. And really, it's, I mean, I started hearing this, I think, in earnest a lot, probably end of December around New Year's Eve time. But it takes a minute for these things to catch on and kind of be very relevant, and in the sense of like pop culture magnitude level relevance, you know.
Agreed.
So, well, I think that is like an excellent way to start the new year here. We covered some new songs, we covered some old songs, we learned more about the Ball brothers, which make Tweaker even better than it was originally. I think that story is like worth its weight in gold, like I said, and elevates the song in a completely different way. So, Matt, thank you very much for joining me. As always, you know, I love having you and Sam on the show. It's always fun to kind of bring the two shows together here. And listeners, please be sure to follow, download, and share this show. And if you love listening, drop a review on Apple or Spotify for us. And last but not least, to stay informed on all things Super Awesome Mix and what are you listening to, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Super Awesome Mix. And as Matt mentioned, let us know what other hot songs are out there right now. What did we miss? We want to hear from you. So thanks for listening. And please join me again next week to find your new favorite song.